Today we are gathered here to talk about WebVR. As it mentions, web. So it's for everyone. Even though you are a mobile developer, you can learn a lot here. So this is the famous dialogue we all have heard from our moms when we used to sit close to our TV, right? Those who are from 90s, I think they can relate. Yeah. And this is 20 years later, me doing the same thing, talking about VR. So today we are going to talk more about VR, then what are the current issues we have and how WebVR will solve all those issues. And I'll also share some demos where you can see just with few lines of code you can create immersive experience using JavaScript. This is me, just Ankit. Um, Everyone knows me, software engineer at Josh. Okay, so VR, virtual reality. When it comes to your mind, what kind of games you imagine? PUBG, okay, sort of. Okay, okay. So, but in all those environment, you are not personally present in an environment, right? You are playing as a third person, not as a first person. So, virtual reality is something where you are present. You are inside that 3D generated image, doing all kind of things, playing and experiencing it. But with this, there are a lot of problems. I know. How many of you have Oculus Rift? Anyone? Anyone? I think none of us, right? So, as it requires to us to experience all the VR world, we need a hardware which is too costly for us. Then there are gatekeepers. Now designers want to develop something for a particular VR. There is no tools available and a lot of installation. I think all of us hate installation, right? And closed door. Closed door means what? Everything, all the APIs or all the development are close to one particular company or organization. They are not ready to share or make it open source. So after hearing all this, like it's hard to get over, right? How we can develop VR world when it's that much close. So here it's come web. So we all know web is open, right? Then it is just extending the whole reality of virtual to web. Instead of keeping it close, it's open to all. So I think there are more web applications than Play Store or like App Store. Then it's connected. You can go anywhere. You just have to like always it's connected. Instant. I hate installation, right? Then you just have to click on a link and boom, the world is ready to experience. Then now I can see most of the JavaScript developers are like, hum bhi bana lenge, right? So yes, you can hate us, you can like us, but you can't ignore. So that's JavaScript. Now, why JavaScript or why web VR? So first of all, HTML. How many of you tried to hack NASA using HTML? None of? Kya yaar? Okay, CSS, easy to learn again, and JavaScript, a language built for universe. So all these things, when we combine, comes up to solve this big problem. And now, who is supporting all this web VR stuff? Firefox, Chrome, and Samsung Internet. But all these things are close to, it's not close first of all. And for to develop our own VR world, we need a framework, right? And we JavaScript developers know every day a new framework comes up. So here is a new one to create a VR world using A-Frame. A-Frame, a declarative programming language. Then it's easy to create 3D, AR, VR web applications, and it supports all the hardware devices, including Oculus Rift and Vivo something, I don't know. Now, are you guys are excited to see some cool. Okay, so I'll give a short intro about A-Frame, and then I'll show some demos. So declarative HTML, as I say, everyone knows HTML and everyone can hack NASA with HTML. So easy to learn, even a kid can learn easily and build. Entity component architecture. So each and everything in A-Frame is an entity and related to a component. So it's easy to reuse and build applications. Performance. I know a lot of people will ask me ki, if all these things are good, then what is bad in this? So you can't build a very highly immersive experience, but yes, for web applications, till 60-70% of VR capabilities you can build. And with 90 frame per second, it's working fine. So just scan this QR code. For best experience, scan the link in Google Chrome. Like open the link in Google Chrome. And you will see a good experience of VR tour of Josh, hopefully. Yeah. Just open the link and you will see, and now you can rotate your phone even 360-degree to see the whole of office. Now there are three connection points and a black dot on your screen. Is it there? Yeah. So you just when you will move that cursor to any of object and hold it for few seconds, it will automatically redirect to next screen. That is like inside Josh, outside Josh, and one view from I think center. So for best experience, it's like open it in Chrome and Android. In iOS, you will face some problem in augmented reality section, but I think VR will work fine. Is it good? Is it cool? अरे तो cheer करो ना. Thanks. And now the second example is for all of you who love dogs, yeah, pets, but they can't bring that to office, right? So for them, just scan this QR code and you will get something good. Just scan. Now you will see a dog playing with a ball, right? And like your internet speed is required good, at least to load the application. Once it's load, everything will work smoothly. So just open it. Are you guys able to open the link? Yeah. Now click on AR section. Instead of VR, just click on AR section and turn your camera to any empty space or anywhere near you and just click on screen. And you will get a puppy live in this office. Right now it's not means the AR features are not completely accessible in iPhone or Safari, but they are working on it and soon they will bring. So what do you think, how much time it will take to create such an application or for anything? Okay, I hope you know A-Frame better than me. Anyone else? So if you are done with demo, let's talk about code. So I hope the screen is visible to everyone. Is it? No. Okay. So I'll just explain what is there and you can learn, hopefully. So A-Frame give us, as I mentioned, entity components. So it has predefined components where we have scenes, then box, sphere, cylinder, plane, and sky. So we all know sky is a sky. So you can set any type of color, anything, and you can create a world. Then a scene is a environment where all these objects you are going to put. So cylinder, sphere, or plane, anything you can put and experience. Now all these have different properties, because as like a 2D world, it's not just a 2D world, right? It's a 3D world where your eyesights are going to change. You are going to interact with system, and for that we have different properties like height, color, position, then rotation. So in rotation you can mention how much degree of rotation you want for a particular object. Now this is the code I have used to create the AR example. So it just, I think, 30 lines of code where I have just put few assets and you are able to see the dog. So in a scene, as I mentioned, it's a scene which is rendering the whole scene or environment. Then we have asset class, which is where I have loaded a GLB file. Those who are designer, they know GLTF is a 3D modeling file which we create, and that we are loading here. And then just a shadow image, which is to show the shadow of a dog in a real world. And that's it. With these few lines of code, you can create a AR world. Then the next one, the office tour. So for that, it's around 50 lines of code where you will need a 360-degree images of your office or any environment you want to put in. Then you just have to load a frame, and after that you just have to give properties to your entities. Entity are like div tag in HTML. They don't have their own properties, but you can define, you can give them their name, property, height, width, then rotation, and they will adapt it. So likewise, I have defined three entities which are three interaction point in a scene. Then we have entity for and camera look controls. So in a AR world or in a VR world, you can't just use your hand, right? So for that you just have to have your eyes. So for eyes we have camera, and you can define from which angle you want to look at a particular scene or particular environment. Then you can give controls to your eyes, like you can hold on a particular environment and it will react to you. So as like actions like we define in JavaScript, like click, on over, on mouse click, double click, or everything we can set in this environment as well. Just extension to that. That's it. After that, if you want to check out how to build this, I have given all the links. Apart from this, you can use React, Vue, D3, or even Angular to build this kind of immersive experience application. and it's very easy to interact with them. Like it's easy to just import the A-frame and create the world. After that, what is the future? So basically, we can use this A-frame or VR world to create good experience. How many of you are buying objects or any doing shopping from Flipkart? Anyone? Most of us, right? Okay. How many of you are buying from Amazon? TV, freeze, anything? So now, if you see, recently they have given a option to check any freeze or TV in real world, right? And you can put that object to your home and you can check whether it's looking good or not. Is it helping us? Right? It's helping us in us to take better decisions whether a particular object is going to look better in our house or not. With this, businesses are able to give us more options, more features, and a new revenue model. And apart from that, we know education, we all have that bad experience with in our schools. So we can improve that using more engageable content in our books. So students can directly engage with a particular scene or a particular object, and they can learn betterly. And they can understand that particular situation much better than the only reading about it. So that's it for me for now. If you have any questions, you can ask. With this, I just want to add, A-Frame also supports mixed reality. So mixed reality is something in between AR plus VR. So where you can directly create a world of VR, we can also put some AR content and you can experience that environment. Okay, so it's not different than metaverse. Virtual reality is similar or it is same to metaverse. Just the difference is in metaverse you can you can have your own avatars and all, and some things are related to some things like engagement, that is different, like gaming or the world where you are interacting, that is different. Plus whatever assets you are buying in a metaverse are on blockchain, so it is different and than metaverse, but it is similar, means for gaming, for education, it's similar. Thank you everyone.